Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. It's the long-awaited reading journal update of 2026. As you can see, I have both of my 2025 and my new journal in front of me, but I first want to do a quick little wrap-up of 2025. So to start off, I have my intro page of my reading nook that I took and just some bookish stickers that I thought fit the vibe, and I just really enjoyed it. And then next I have my inference pages and my table of contents, which I did give up after February, which is why none of the pages following are full. Next I have a quick little 2025 intro page and then my reading count. So my goal last year was 150 pages. Most of them are romances, but there are a few standouts. I had like a couple of YAs and a couple of fantasy books mixed in. Next up is my rating count, which was all of like the ratings I gave the books. This was very time consuming and I don't think I enjoyed it, so it won't be going into my new journal. The next page was my best of 12. As you can see, gave up halfway, and then my wish list of books that I wanted to read this year or buy. And then my DNF graveyard, very few, so I definitely will make it smaller next time. Then here are my challenges. I have my alphabet challenge, and I did really good this year. I finished most of them besides, I believe, like, J and Z, which was so hard to find for some reason. A lot of them were repeating. And I also have my Read Across America challenge as well. Again, very hard, but I will continue it again this year. I think it was a very fun challenge. The next challenge was my Read Around the World, and that one was even harder, and so I will not be changing that into the new journal. I think I got like maybe 10 countries out of how many there are. And then we have my book bingo, which was really fun. I love the Dutch door flap that I did, and I did incorporate that into my new journal. And then diversifying my reading because I really wanted to make sure I read by more people. And that is it. Oh, I lied. Then there's my social media growth tracker. I put this in here and I really enjoyed it, but I did give up Instagram halfway through, so this will have to be adapted for the new year. So that was my 2025 reading journal. It was very fun, and here is my 2026 one. I bought this at Barnes & Noble, I believe, and it's like the perfect green color for me. Like, everybody knows green is my color. This is the green that I like love. I believe it's olive. Yes. And I got into Luck Charm like a while ago when I was doing booklet journaling, and I knew how great their like notebooks are, so I was like, you know what, let's use it for my reading journal. So to start off, I am making my introduction and goals page. This is similar to the page that I had at the very front of my journal last year, but I decided to actually add my goals. So I'm just adding some scrap journal, and I'm actually using some gift card like wrapper that I got from Barnes & Noble to complete the page. I just thought that was a very cute idea and I thought it fit. So I'm just adding that really quickly. And then I made a little library card trying to make sure that it fits. And I'm just writing down my goals. If you watch my previous video, I explained every single one and I couldn't remember all of them, so I just put it in there. And now we're working on this, like, I don't know what to call it, just like an introduction page. I printed out 2 of my favorite like pictures that I posted on Instagram last year, and I wanted to like encapsulate that feeling of like going to the library. I just printed those out and taped them in there, and they're very, very adorable. And I think I'm getting all the colors together because I saw this really cute tutorial about how to make gold foil balloons. So I'm just copying a tutorial that I saw on TikTok and using colored pencils and trying to get it perfect, and it looking kind of wobbly at first, but I think like once you look back at it, it's gonna look amazing. So that's how it turned out. I just added some stickers, and now we're moving on to my genre tracker. I was trying to debate on which page I wanted to do next, so I did all these tiny little boxes off camera because who wants to see me do that? And I just chose my favorite green marker to write or color in the font that I had at the bottom. I went with like a font that similarly reminds me of a typewriter, and I just went ahead and added some gold coloring to this page as well as some washi tape, and that was the end of this one. I'm realizing pretty much after this, after editing, that I forgot to add like a reference sheet, so I will in fact add that someday soon, just like taping it on the side as like a Dutch door you can open up when you open the journal. Also, when I am looking at and I'm counting all these boxes, I realized that I don't know how to count, and it was supposed to be 150, but I ended up being 10 off. So this is just me doing really bad math, like really bad math. So this is my version of my best book of the month. I decided to go with Polaroids, and I'm just erasing all the pencil marks first, and then gonna color all of them with like a light gray. I then realized that it must be very boring to watch me color all of these boxes, so I did the rest of them off camera. And I'm just going through and adding like pops of shadows on like the corners that touch using like a gray color pencil. And for the title, I went with a red because it reminds me of like red carpet and pictures and like being the best. So I'm just going through and making like a thicker font to do so. And then finally I end up just cursively writing the months on each Polaroid, and that is it for this spread. Alright, so for this spread, it is going to be all of my 5-star reads. Last year I had multiple 5 stars during each month, and it was hard to like figure out which one was best, and so I want to give them all a chance to shine. It's very, very simple. Just cut out some yellow construction paper, used a gold jelly roll marker and a white jelly roll marker to mark stars all over. And I'm going to print out each cover of the book and just glue it on here, and everybody gets a chance to shine. Alright, so this next page is my wish list page, which will be for books that are either coming out this year or ones that I have my eye on for a long time and I want to purchase, but I am waiting. So I just want like a birthday candle kind of aspect. I colored the background like a light pink, and then I'm doing every candle a different design with a darker pink. And I just thought that it was a really cute idea as birthday candles. And I'm definitely going to be abusing this page because there's so many books that I have my eye out on right now. Alright, so the next page is cut up in a Dutch door aspect, which you really can't see. So I decided to make it an actual book. It will be comprised of all of my physical TBR. So I'm just going ahead and adding like a floral paper to the front page and cutting it to like the dimensions of the Dutch doors. So it actually looks like the cover of a book. And I am just gluing it down hard. And then I decided to take some like white paper and color it brown to add some cute little leather aspects to the book. And that's how it looks afterwards. I'm just going through with this gold jelly pen again and adding some details to the sides, and actually adding a title that says physical TBR, and I'll insert all of them like on another day. So this is my alphabet challenge page, and I decided to go with like a Scrabble theme. So I took some gold orangey paper with grid lines to kind of fit that vibe. And then I also printed off some Scrabble tiles of A and Z to fill out this page to give it a title. It looks different than my one last year because I realized I didn't like how little space I gave each title. So for this year, I will instead just print off each individual book cover and glue it onto the challenge rather than write down every single one. So I'm giving myself plenty of space to do so this year. So this page lost a lot of footage. I'm not going to be dishonest, but this is my Read Across America challenge, and I don't know why I decided to go with this name. I think I saw that patterned piece of paper scrap journal, and I decided to run with the colors that was with it. And so I'm just gluing all these papers half-heartedly, and I printed out the map and enlarged it so it could fit on the entire page, and that is that challenge all done. So here is my book bingo spread. Again, I did the Dutch door flap because I just thought that it made more sense. I'm trying to figure out where to start at, and I think I decided to start with the title, and I just did it in like this metallic-y gold or silver situation, just similar to the balloons that I did earlier. And then I'm just marking the lines with a black gel pen. And then I realized how boring this is because I have to do it on both flaps. So I missed that for you guys. And now I'm just filling in the book bingo. I got most of my inspiration from Pinterest, but it was also some of the things that I didn't get accomplished in my last book bingo on here. So I have like the book to film adaptation, something about an NC author, and an entire series. This next spread is really fun for me. It's going to be places that I can explore that are good for like reading and vibes and journaling, and I decided to do it in a guest check format because I used to be a server and I thought it was just like a really cute theme. So I'm just going to fill it out whenever I visit someplace new and rate it on a scale to like 1 or 5, and maybe a sentence or two about the experience that I had at the new place. And I just thought that this would be a really good way to get out of the house and explore new places, living in a new state. So this is my second to last spread, and it's just going to be my DNF graveyard. I did it really simple this year, 1 page, and I just made like spooky lettering in red to like mimic blood. And then for my last internal spread, I decided to take a picture of my current book nook and just kind of make this like the actual introduction page like I did last year. So yeah, I'm just taking some more of that scrapbooking paper and hodgepodging it to make something that I feel like matches my aesthetic going into 2026. Alright, so finally we are on to the main aspect of my reading journal, which is the front and back. And I got a lot of these like stickers and like press on appliques at Hobby Lobby during their end of the year sale. So I'm just sticking them on. I'm not testing anything out. I was pretty tired at this point, and I'm like going through all of my stickers and seeing things that like I think would fit my vibe going into 2026. So I just wanted to do a quick little walkthrough at the end of every single page I completed for my 2026 reading journal. I am so appreciative if you stayed this long and watched me rant and fumble and really mess up this entire journal. It's not aesthetic by any means. This voiceover is not aesthetic by any means, but I just hope that my journal gives you guys inspiration to do your own. I will be updating this in my monthly breakdowns when they are posted if you guys want to follow along for more updates and see how each spread turns out during the course of the year. I am so excited to share this with you guys. I appreciate every single one of you, and that is all. So yeah, enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye, besties.